I am Ravyn Alexa, and people know me from porn, obviously, but I got into the industry more through doing like fetish latex content. So that's where most people know me from originally. Now I would say probably just from being a freak online. Yeah, I guess I just wish that people knew that we're just other normal people who are like, you know, kind, have families, have friends that like we care about and care about us, have like hobbies. I feel like there's like this sense of us that we're like these sexual vampires trying to like suck everyone off all the time, you know? This is not true, you know? I like wake up, have a cup of tea, read a book, eat some toast. That's like my morning routine. And then, I whip some dude later in the day. That's what we all do right now. A lot of the ways that sex workers have been like talking about free speech and the issues that have been coming up with legislation has like fallen on deaf ears a little bit because I feel like we're trying to say like we're the canaries in the coal mine basically. And like if you see this happening to us, like it's gonna come for you. It's gonna come for like all of the things that you care about because there's no like limit once they start taking away rights. Like we're not gonna get them back for the most part. Something just happened with Steam recently where they're getting MasterCard is telling them to take off certain games on their sites, and people are like freaking out about that. And, there's always the conservative side that's like, oh, yeah, we should take these games off because, the children could be playing them. But it's like a very slippery slope. And I think, it's starting to affect everyone now. I wish people could like release their death grip on their like view of sexuality as being something that is only supposed to be between like a certain kind of people in a certain kind of relationship, but like also that it's just not supposed to be like fun and it's not like a normal part of like existing as like human creatures. Like, I don't know, that always depresses me. The moralistic view of sexuality is like what makes people like think that our labor is like invalid. I've been thinking about community a lot recently, and I just feel like there's so much room for us to grow into engaging with difficult conversations. I just had like an experience with that recently, and it felt like really rewarding to just be able to go into that situation and be like, okay, these are my values where I think that I'm like an open person who wants to like take care of my community and take care of my friends. And even though this like sucks, I'm going to engage with this situation to try and see if we can come to some sort of resolution. I'm a little bit autistic. I don't know if some people can tell or not, but I feel like kink and not just kink, but also just sex work in general gave me like a frame of reference to like talk to people in like conversation where it's like, okay, we've established rules, and now because there's rules, I know what's going to happen. I know what my role is in this. I know what everyone else's role is in this. And that makes me like so much more comfortable to have like interactions with people. So I feel like that has been one major reward in my life just from doing kink and sex work. I don't have a lot of experience with Suede. I think that they do incredible work, so I'm excited to be in the telethon for that reason. But like even, I've used pineapple support in the past, and I feel like it saved me in a lot of ways because I just felt like so like lost and so just like afraid, I guess, to like be myself and like having that resource where, they gave those discounted therapy sessions, like totally put me on a track to be who I am today. And I feel like we should all be given the opportunity to be held by our community in that way. So I think this is like an incredible thing that you guys are doing. I'm like getting emotional. I think it's an incredible thing that you guys are doing, and I'm like so happy to be a part of it. Yeah.